what's going on, everyone? Evan and Tucker here from Battlehawk Armory, out at the range again today, but we have something that we are both super excited about. Brand new product on the SIG P211, which is the brand new Vortex Defender-ST Enclosed. So tons of new features on this. First of all, and probably most importantly, it is actually enclosed. So Vortex does have their own mailbox now. It does have 2 pieces of glass. It is gas purged. It is impervious to fogging or incursion from the elements. So that is super cool. Aside from that, it is a multi-reticle optic. So you do have some dots and some circles that you can turn on. It does also have a solar panel up top, which is another brand new feature. Battery is now mounted on the side. Additionally, Vortex is known for shipping these things with a ton of hardware, and there is even a Torx bit to actually install this on your pistol now. So it is Delta Point footprint like any of the other Defenders. If you've been watching the channel at all, you know that we love Vortex Defenders. I think between us, we probably have like 20 Vortex Defenders. And unfortunately for both Tucker and I, we want this thing badly. Enclosed emitters are fantastic. If I can get one, I certainly will. Multi-reticle is cool, checks that box. It is shake awake. It does have a solar backup panel. Battery is on the side, mounts to Delta Point footprints, comes with all of the stuff you need to mount it up. So this thing should be an absolute winner. And it's come to market at an actually really attractive price point. So I don't know, let's shoot this thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
There we have our first shots of the day at 15 yards with the brand new Vortex Defender-ST Enclosed. Looks like it is mechanically zeroed pretty good. Mates up really well on this P211. So we'll make a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm definitely happy with that for the start. So there's our final 3-round group. That is fantastic. I'll just bring it back a little bit over, but we'll call this thing zeroed and start having a little bit of fun with the new Vortex Defender. All right, so aside from zeroing, that was about my first 60 rounds with the Vortex Defender-ST Enclosed. Right away, the window, I love. The dot is great. These are things that I've kind of come to learn to love about the Defender-ST series. So very minimal tint on the actual window itself. It's definitely a usable size. Really kind of a nice medium. I like that this doesn't really overhang the slide all too much. It doesn't look absolutely cancerous on top of this P211 GTO. The dot is very crisp. Again, very minimal tint on the actual window. So I like this thing quite a bit. I also like, as I kind of mentioned in zeroing, the fact that the deck height is just a little bit lower and I can actually see the iron sights. So that definitely helps with indexing and finding that dot when you draw it as quickly as you can. So initial impressions are extremely positive, very favorable with the brand new Defender Enclosed. I definitely want an absolute boatload of these things, but we'll top some mags off and have a little bit more fun, but so far so good.
All right, guys, that was my first run on the Vortex Defender-ST Enclosed. If you guys seen plenty of my personal firearms out here, you know Vortex Defenders are something I absolutely love, and the Enclosed is absolutely no different. The window is surprisingly larger than I thought it'd be. Typically, I don't like enclosed optics other than for duty use, something I'm going to carry every day for that moisture thing Evan was talking about earlier. This could be the exception. This thing is phenomenal. I had no trouble getting on the dot, even being much less experienced than Evan. That is a real winner for me. That has a lot of potential for me down the road. So love that dot. Look forward to shooting this some more.
All right, so just wrapping up our quick range session with the brand new Vortex Defender-ST Enclosed. Tucker, what do you think about the new Vortex dot?
Well, exactly what I thought coming out when I first heard these were coming out. If you guys seen this, if I have a firearm that has a Delta Point Pro, will accept Delta Point Pro, it has a Vortex Defender. The Enclosed ST will be my next go-to. It did not disappoint at all. Phenomenal window, low deck height, lets you co-witness those sights. I love the batteries on the outside. Everybody's changed the battery in these, knows that's no fun. With the solar panel and the multi-reticle, it's just a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, as I evaluate this, low deck height, that's the first thing I care about. We can actually co-witness the iron sights here. The notch filter on the glass is very minimal. It's not got a lot of distortion. The color looks pretty true to the natural world. It is shake awake, so it does manage its own battery life, and A lot of those same things are true of all the other Vortex dots, but now it's enclosed, so it's even more durable. We've added a solar panel for additional battery life or backup, if you will. We get even more stuff in the box, so it's like 4 sets of screws for everything that you could possibly want. Goes straight to a Delta Point footprint. On this P211, it's actually compatible with the factory SIG recoil bosses, so it's true Delta Point footprint, not just kind of sort of there. Again, fully enclosed. If you can get it, it's an absolute no-brainer. This thing is just, I can't say enough good about it. I mean, I, like you, have a lot of Vortex dots already, and honestly, this is probably going to be replacing out a lot of the things that I already have. And it's multi-reticle, so if you do like some of those circles or circle dot or whatever, you have that capability with this dot. So even more features in the exact same footprint for a really great price point.
Exactly.
So quick note on the pistol, since we didn't really talk about that. I know that there is still a very high amount of interest in the SIG P211 GTO. Still the same one that we've been running, probably getting close to 2,000 rounds on it. Still have yet to see any sort of a stoppage whatsoever. So pistol's still doing great. It's definitely a lot of fun to shoot. Had it in a lot of shooters' hands, and it's still a very positive shooting experience. So pistol's doing great. Optic is sensational, and this is an absolutely killer combo. So that's everything we have on the brand new Vortex Defender-ST Enclosed. As you can see, we are a tremendous fan of this new offering from Vortex. If you have any questions about this new product, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. We do read through those. We do get back to you as quickly as we're able to. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll look forward to seeing you soon in another video.